Even today, the truth behind so many biblical stories that took place here in Jerusalem is still captivatingly elusive. That's in part because so many answers may be buried underneath what today is a living, breathing city. It's notoriously difficult to dig under the old city of Jerusalem.
It's very difficult because it's very sensitive. We are talking about holy places of the three main monotheistic religions.
It's so politically charged.
It's so politically charged.
Anat Shimoni Cohen is a biblical scholar and a tour guide. She took us to one of the only places where archaeologists, pilgrims and tourists can explore beneath this storied city. Discovered by accident in the 19th century when an archaeologist was walking his dog, this massive network of caves and tunnels is known as Solomon's Quarries. Anat, is this a natural cave?
No, not at all.
The quarry once provided building materials for some of the greatest construction projects in the city. So what is this great big gaping hole here?
Actually, what you see here is the shape of a cut of a big stone that they usually used it in the second temple. We can see today in the Western Wall.
The secretive Freemasons even believe the stones mined here were used to build something much older.
They see King Solomon, the first builder. So actually, King Solomon is the
founding father.
The founding father,
of
yes,
the Freemasons.
Of the Freemasons. The Freemasons believe that they even took from these quarry stones to Solomon's temple.
And that temple, of course, was the last known resting place for the mysterious Ark of the Covenant.
The 10th century BC is the last time anybody actually really sees it, according to the biblical tradition. Now, there are other stories, and these all are related to the Babylonian destruction of the city in 586 BC, that maybe somebody spirited the ark out of the city just ahead of the destruction.
Many believe these underground tunnels were used to secretly transport the ark out of Jerusalem when the city was under siege and when the Babylonian invaders took detailed inventory of the treasures they plundered. Something was missing.
When the Babylonians took all the treasures from Jerusalem, it was not in the list anymore.
The ark?
Yes, the ark was not in the list.
There are all kinds of possibilities as to where it ended up.
So we went in search of it. One famous story suggests the ark was taken from Jerusalem to Egypt hundreds of years before the Babylonian siege began.
That's where Indiana Jones goes and looks for it. We're told that Shishak of the Bible, an Egyptian pharaoh, that he may have attacked Jerusalem just after the time of Solomon.
Yes, around about 980 BC.
And there is one theory that he took away the Ark of the Covenant. This is where we get the Indiana Jones theory.
He may have taken the ark back to the city of Tanis.
Archaeologists find the evidence of that underwhelming and believe the ark is no more likely to be buried in the sands of Tanis than locked away in a government warehouse.
Bureaucratic
What'd they say?
You don't know what they've got there.
Strangely enough, our search for the ark also brought us back to Jerusalem, to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the place Christians believe Jesus was crucified.
Hello, very nice to see you in this beautiful, beautiful spot.
We met an Ethiopian Orthodox priest named Abba Samuel, who surprisingly told us that he knows exactly where the ark is. His evidence goes back to that affair between King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba.
Queen of Sheba's son with King Solomon took the Ark of the Covenant, Moses' commandments.
Yes.
And so where do you think they are?
City of Axum.
Axum in your country, in Ethiopia?
Yes.
Do you think it's there, really?
Yes.
He's positive it's inside this chapel in the heart of Axum in Ethiopia, although he's never seen it and no one's allowed inside except for one monk known as the Guardian, who's entrusted with the lifelong duty of safeguarding the Ark. Scholars do believe there is an Ark inside, but that is only a replica from the Middle Ages. And down in the caves below Jerusalem, we consider another possibility. The Ark never left, but was instead hidden away in this underground labyrinth.
So you think it remained in Jerusalem?
Yes, now we know from the Bible another thing. One of the kings put it somewhere in the tunnels.
A tunnel like this?
Nobody knows.
Is there any evidence of this?
No evidence, no evidence at all. Only many stories around.
If only these walls could speak. They do, however, appear almost to weep, and their tears are said to tell a powerful story about the destruction of Jerusalem.
The name of this corner is Zedekiah's Tears.
The tears of the king.
Yeah, the tears of the king. Zedekiah was the last king of Judea.
Tears for the destruction of the temple.
Yes, the tragedy of the nation. This was the end of the first temple period.
Do we think that these tears, this mineral spring, has been running since then?
Well, I think it's running since many, many years. For sure, it's more than 2,000 years old.
And it's really interesting because, look, there are people here, there are people all over the place. It's still a living, breathing place, which allows the people who visit to connect with their spiritual heritage.
It's important for us to touch the history of these places and to feel this energy. It makes us cleaner.
Pure?
Pure. In our souls.
In your soul?
In our soul. Наших душ.
Right here.
Yeah.
A profound revelation for these Christian pilgrims, and one often shared by Muslims, Jews, and even those who come to visit for reasons other than faith.
Believers and non-believers come here. What do you think about them? Do you think they...
Well, if somebody feels the energy of the place, he doesn't have to be a believer in a certain kind of tradition or certain kind of belief. But the minute he touched the stone and felt the energy, I think that in the end of the day, yes, he has something. He took something from this Holy Spirit back with him.
A little belief.
A little belief, yes. I don't know how long it will last, but I think a little bit, yes.
Are people trying to be detectives? Are they trying to uncover something?
Well, some people prefer to leave it as it is. And some people I know that still look and wants to find the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know if somebody will find it, and I don't know what's remain after more than 2,500 years.
What was once a container for Moses and a weapon for Joshua, and even an earthly home for God in Solomon's time, is now something much more than that. The idea of the Ark and the search for it excites and inspires so many to explore the mysteries of our past and the meaning of the stories that live on today.